Welcome to the living room requests in another living room. In another living room.
That's true.
The living room.
That's Patricia Hammond, by the way.
That's Matt Redman. And this is Andrea Kmecova.
Which some of you may have seen on this particular channel when we played some other songs in another kind of living room.
Yes.
A month or so ago. So we'll link those below. What we're doing now.
We will. We are doing a special. This is a special. These are 3 songs by Teresa Del Riego. And they are requested by David and Sue. And it's a great opportunity. He sent us the music as well. And it's also dedicated to their family in Tasmania, Heather and Zena and Taz. And they miss them very much.
And is that right that some of these haven't been recorded?
I think that maybe all 3 have not been recorded.
Well, there you go. That's why you come to Living Room Requests. So, we're starting with the first song, which is called Love Song at Sunset. Have we got a year for this one?
This one is actually, it says 1948,
well, it's probably
so it's a late one.
But it doesn't sound like that musically. Certainly doesn't sound like Frank Sinatra.
No. Dearest, the day was long, and night is fast descending. Oh, love shall weave a tender song with hope and faith blending. The sunset is aflame with deep surrender. Her beauty doth the moon proclaim with yearning tender. Dearest, we two must rest in love's sweet company, for peace comes at last, love song love song These so-called parlor songs, they have so many universes within them. It's a small song, small song, but a lot in there. I can imagine Wagnerian soprano doing that at the time. So Teresa lived from 1876 to 1968. She was born in London, and I believe she died in London. And so that was a late one, Sunset. I really like the way that seems. This one, Love is a Bird, is from, apparently, this is an early one. It says 1890.
Patricia says apparently because I think a lot of people are going to hear these as very musically unified songs. You know, I mean, you might say it's a bit like Tony Bennett. He's alive now, or at least at the time of recording.
What is this?
Well,
we mentioned Frank Sinatra.
I don't know
where his
you know
mind
how
is.
Tony Bennett's like still singing, you know, but he still sings as if it's like 1950.
Why change
You know what I mean? Because why does
It's
it?
a good
and I
look.
think, but I think people think in the past more that it wasn't like that. But I think this is a typical example of how it was.
And Andrea, this is wonderful that we brought Andrea on because I believe that David and Sue heard. I believe when I was on Woman's Hour talking about my book, she wrote the songs about women parlor song composers. And of course, Teresa Del Riego is a perfect example. She wrote Homing, All Things Come Home at Eventide, monster hit. And it's amazing that in a book examining the phenomenon that you would have to leave out some people because it was such a phenomenon. So I don't really talk much about her in the book. So this is a brilliant way of saying, well, I know you didn't have time to talk about them all, so I'm going to pay for a request so that you do. So that's brilliant. And he but anyway,
she wrote the songs plus.
Yes, we did that CD to go with the book, and we worked on the project together, and actually Andrea was heard on Women's Hours, so bringing this back. And Andrea, what do you think of these songs?
I think they're lovely. I think they could be the pop songs of the day. I don't know if they were written earlier, maybe, like Matt said.
Well, I think they kind of, Homing was definitely popular.
They're very stylistically of the 1890s, really, aren't they?
Yeah, in a very good way. We definitely want to keep them in our She Wrote the Songs recital repertoire.
So you're getting a bonus person today with the ensemble. But yes. You should check out the link in the description below because there's more information about their project, the CD and book, and T-shirts.
You can get T-shirts. So...
Not many classical people have T-shirts, do they?
True. So David and Sue have requested that these all be on the piano. So that's the other thing. We got a real piano maestro's piano here. Yeah. And Matt is adding his own arrangement.
That was a mandocello.
That was a mandocello.
I can't really play the violin and cello at all well enough to do these. So I'll be doing pluck strings. Moving on.
Yeah. This one is
with a cross-strung harp.
This one is regret in love, and it starts with what it says, recit, and then it's a sort of recit and aria. It's quite grand. There's a lot in this.
What year is this?
Well, apparently 1898. Right, so an early one.
All right, you two are going to start this.
Excellent. Flower of the vine, I scarcely knew or felt how love began. So mean a flower brings forth the sweetest wine. Love is a bird that breaks its voice with singing. Love is a rose blown open till it fall. Love is a bee that dies with its own stinging. And love the tinsel cross upon the pall. Love is the siren toward the quicksand bringing, enchanted fisherman who hear her call. Love is a broken heart. Farewell, farewell. Love is a broken heart. Ah, do not love at all.
What a grand finish.
Yes, it is a grand finish. She loves a grand
It
finish.
sort of had like two endings, didn't
Yeah,
it?
Lisa
keep
Del
asking me
Riego.
to play, quietly.
Well, I know it's hard.
It's a
It's
bit
really
unfair.
hard.
There's a lot going on.
It's just very interesting compositionally, I must say, and the
Lot
way that she
packed in.
writes it, the way that she writes the music down, what she writes for the piano versus the voice. Quite often, the voices for well, they're probably mezzo-soprano, really, aren't they?
Well, that one,
not soprano.
that one
compared to
came
some-
in two
yeah.
keys. It must have been very popular to be available in two
Well,
keys.
to be da da da, relatively, kind of low for soprano voice anyway. Not for mezzo.
Well, I mean, though, in those days, sopranos sang very unabashedly chest voice,
Well,
as
there we
well.
go. I think
so they'd
that's
have this
shown.
sort of dramatic.
But for the piano to play
range.
so high and loud, but the voice not ending super high, that is indicative
Yeah.
of that style, I think.
Well, speaking of dramatic finishes, we've decided to finish with You, Only You. Now, the previous two had words by other people. The last one by Madame Darmstädter. Madame. I don't think Madame was her first name, really. But she insisted on that moniker on her credit, which I think is quite wonderful.
We should also,
Madame.
by the way, link the Piano Maestro's channel below.
Yes,
because
I
that's going
think
to be having
so.
more content
I was
as
just
time
gonna
goes.
say,
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned it
Me
yet,
too,
because
yeah.
you keep
It's my favourite thing.
insisting.
He's been saying piano maestros all morning. It's has a ring.
buzzword.
It's great. It's
By the way, nobody knows what Piano Maestros is.
No.
Oh, well, they'll have to go to the channel to find
Yes.
out.
yes.
It's
a piano
it's a
academy
wonderful-
which is run
Yeah.
by Andrea,
Stunning.
and she will give all sorts of. It's very, very good.
So if
It's
anybody's
wonderful.
in London and wants piano lessons of particular distinction, they should follow the link through to that website.
Yeah, there's all
But I
sorts.
only teach students who actually practice.
She
Correct.
only teaches students who practice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you go. So now You, Only You, as David pointed out, David and Sue both
Yeah.
pointed out, this was written in 1922, and Teresa Del Riego, she was very happy, despite the message of the last one, she was very happily married, and her husband died in the war.
First World War.
Yes, and so in 1922, a lot of people don't think of the early 20s. They just think, oh, it was instantly Great Gatsby and Charleston
Definitely
and gin.
Not in this country.
But actually, there was a prolonged mourning period. And even in the 20s, if you see old footage of the cenotaph, there were people still going up to the cenotaph and weeping tears with their little children whose father will never come back. And so Teresa Del Riego, I think she wrote the words for this. And David pointed out that she's probably writing about her own loss. It's You, Only You. There's
Agreed.
a lot of yearning going on here.
If you're enjoying this kind of thing, another classical or parlor songs or music hall songs, or just what people would consider a leader, that sort of stuff,
Any
then
song
check out the other 400
or aria.
living room requests on this channel and some of our earlier videos. You can press thumbs up to like. I'm sure you know this by now, but I always welcome new folks. You can make your own requests by clicking the link in the description or going to
All welcome.
patriciahammondsongs.com/request. £33 or $47 approx. And a new thing? If you don't want to make a request for a song, but you think that's not bad, which is a very Northern English way of saying good, you can,
He's from the north.
You can give £5 or £10 or whatever you want, can't they? A tip,
Yes,
people call
there's-
it.
yes,
They used to
yes.
call them tips. You could do that through the PayPal
Buy a
link
coffee,
as well.
buy a tea.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Much
but you
appreciated.
will get a bespoke arrangement of any song that you like for the full £33. So
There you go.
What
It's
is
a
it?
bargain.
It's a bargain.
It is.
Well, when you say arrangement, that doesn't mean you get a set of parts in the mail. It means that he arranges it.
it's an audio-visual
audio-visual
consumption.
version.
But it's really nice to play with an extra person and add a little bit of.
This was so enjoyable, and
yeah.
also to discover these new songs.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Well, so many people are like, why didn't you do this song? And David and Sue went, well, took that extra step.
They
And
did.
sent us the music. And now you're playing something
Just the mandolin.
that
just a
looked
normal
very
manual.
similar to the first thing you
Yeah,
played,
it's a bit-
except it's
It's a
shorter.
bit smaller.
And it's not in courses. It's
No,
got-
it's exactly the same.
Oh, it is in
Yeah.
courses. See, I'm ignorant totally.
It's exactly the same instrument, but it's
I always
just
say the wrong thing every
a
time.
compound fifth or an octave and a fifth higher. Look,
I knew that. Just my mouth just goes. It just talks.
big mandolin.
Words come.
Right. All right.
Not
here we
necessarily
are.
in the right order.
What year?
Or the
20s.
right content.
You like you said.
1922, early 20s.
This is a very dramatic one. Here we go.
Guys, they always talk so much.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Well, it's fun. It's fun.
The finger of autumn on leaf and tree, the waning of summer on land and sea, and a weary ache in the heart of me for you, only you. Winter will come with icy blast, roses vanished and harvest past, but oh, to welcome you home at last, you, only you. To welcome you home at last, you, Thank you so much, and happy belated birthday to Heather, from David and Sue, Teresa Del Riego for you, and thank you so much
Thank you.
for what a joy.
Thanks for being here. As I say, if you want to subscribe, which will be get my brain in gear down there, I think, and
Hit the bell if you want
you'll
to be
see
notified.
more of these. And like I said, check out the videos that we've already done on this channel, which will be linked in the description below. Click the arrow, view more, show more. And that's it for living room requests, isn't
This
it?
time, yes.
So bye-bye, everybody. You wave and I'll press the button.
Okay.